So, today I believe justice was not done after spending months and months listening and hearing testimonies and looking at the murderer, his composure. I believe justice was not done. The wrong verdict was given out today. First, I want to thank Mr. Sachs, Carolyn McCann, Jeff Marcus. They worked and worked tirelessly for us to get or to find out today that we have been let down by the jury. I'm sorry, 17 people died, 14 beautiful children, 14, 3 adults dedicating their lives to educating children, died. And today we find out there's no justice for us. If this murderer had mental problems, he still managed to get a gun. He still managed to get an AR-15 to mow down our kids. Why was he allowed to get an AR-15? President Biden, it's been 4 years and I've listened to countless shootings, one after another, traumatizing my family, traumatizing our neighborhood, traumatizing Parkland and Coral Springs. And today, the wrong verdict was given. Someone killed 17 people, attempted to kill another 17, and we let them get away with it. We should have had the death sentence given out today because he took 17 lives and he attempted to take 17 more, and it could have even been more, and he planned it meticulously. And now you have sent the message out there to everyone. It's fine, get an AR-15, get a semi-automatic weapon, and you will just get off by pleading that you're insane. It's the wrong message. It's been years and years and years listening to the news, hearing nothing but shootings in this country. And today we let someone off that murdered 17 people in cold blood. How do you describe someone dying as bursting open their head? What kind of people are we? There should be an automatic penalty for someone that does that. All the 17 families are so angered. We had to listen to how he just came back and finished off our loved ones. There is no excuse in this country to have weapons of war on the streets. And if you do not get that, then something is wrong in this country. And there was one person with a gun on the school premises that day that my daughter died, and he did nothing to go into that building and to tackle that murderer. And I'm sorry, I have to say, as a black woman, I have to sit there and listen to black men being shot multiple times over and over again. And this animal killed 17 innocent, beautiful kids and 3 dedicated teachers, and he got away with it today, as far as I'm concerned. Anyone that listened to the testimony over these past months can see that he planned it, he executed it, and he just waltzed out of that building.
Do you believe if he had been black, the outcome would have been different today?
Black men are mowed down. Innocent black men are mown down all the time. The attitude towards black kids in school, it's different. I don't want to make this a racial thing, but from my experience, there's more aggression towards black kids. So, I don't know. I can't say anything about that, but maybe Scott Peterson would have gone in and taken him out. I don't know.
Do you feel like the state let you down, not the state attorneys, but the state of Florida, the jury system, the justice system?
Everything. We moved from England, we came to this country. My daughter was a bright young girl. She couldn't even get into the gifted class because she was shut out. How do you get 100% on the test and get shut out? Everything in this country is just so wrong. Something needs to change. We need to do better. We need to do better.
What was it like to be sitting in there? You had to sit for 50 minutes listening to every single time, hearing Helena's name, and it just, what was that like, those 50 minutes?
I didn't even listen to when the medical examiner was, I wanted a picture in my head of Helena, how bright, how beautiful, how fun she was. I didn't want that ruined by the murderer. The murderer has put images into all of our heads of the disgusting thing he did on that day. That's all I can say.
I figure you're going to be at Scott Peterson's trial?
If I can manage it. I don't know. This has been so exhausting. It's gone on for so long. Right now, I'm drained.
But you do hope he gets convicted for what he didn't do?
Yes, people are making excuses. Scott Israel said that he didn't have to engage. Why do you put that badge on? Why do you put that badge on if you're not going to go in and protect children?
Do you have any views on what happened with this jury? It's not the aggravators, but yet they said the mitigators outweigh. Do you have any views on the process or what could have happened?
I feel that the jury was convinced at the end when is it defense?
Yeah, defense.
When the defense team, especially the lady, kept on talking about soul. Oh, he had, you're going to have to think about this for the rest of your life if you give him the death penalty. They try to guilt trip, but they're not realizing that we have to live with this. We have to live with not having Helena in our lives. He is nothing to us. He's a monster. He doesn't deserve, as she said, grace and mercy. He doesn't deserve any of that. He's allowed to breathe, get 3 meals a day. Where is my cousin? She's not here. I have to see my family go through the hell of this trial. We keep quiet because we're saying, okay, the system is good. We're going to get justice. It's obvious. 17 people, 17 children. And you cannot just say, give him the death penalty. This is going to be a precedent.
Yes.
Because basically, they can just say, well, look at this case. He shot up 17 people. I only killed 1 person. Why should I get the death penalty?
Yeah, I can pretend.
I'm crazy. Oh, and then they were talking about the mother was drinking, and that's why, because in the womb, he's that way. There's plenty of people that have drunk and had kids, and they didn't turn out into killers. Mass murderers.
I want to go deeper. As you know, February 14th in general is a national celebration. You've heard from some that have said that, she had to deal with a sibling that died on her birthday. My uncle, that's his birthday. His daughter died.
On his birthday.
I had to deal with carrying my daughter in 2018 and delivering her in June, knowing that my aunt no longer has her daughter. It's not okay. And so now we walk away with, especially for those who work in the school system, my mom's been a teacher for over 15 years. Why should I give my life to a system where I have to now be cop, teacher, defender. Why? You're not paying me enough for this. The sacrifice and the burden that we've put on the school system by not rendering justice is huge. Who wants to lay down their, obviously you're going to do what you want to do, you're going to do, but it's a heavy burden that you're leaving and a heavy weight that you're leaving on these families. My daughter is 4, never got to meet her cousin. And this is how long this has been taking. And then today, to hear that, okay, well, he won't get parole, but he's going to just be able to be alive is more than disappointing.
Michelle Thomas.
My name's Sefina, Sefena Cooper. Thank you.
And we just heard